محمد رسول الله لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله لا إله إلا الله.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Today's beautiful name is the name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Al-Jabbar. Al-Jabbar. And the root word of Al-Jabbar is Al-Jabr, which in the Arabic language means tyranny. You know, when someone's oppressive and a tyrant. Al-Jababira are people who are tyrant. And ma'adallah, someone could ask, how can this name be associated with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, right? So this is a lack of understanding of the Arabic language, because there's another beautiful angle to the word Jabr, which actually means to unbreak something or mold something together when it's broken. And in the Arabic language, you know, when someone breaks a leg, what do they usually do? They go to the doctor, and the doctor, you know, does the x-ray and shows him the fracture. And then, you know, when it comes to making the cast, putting the cast on the broken leg or broken arm, what does the doctor do in the operation? He makes, so the bone is broken like this. And so what all the doctor does is he repositions the bones in an aligned manner so that it's in the right alignment. And then he puts the cast on and waits for Al-Jabbar to do his job. Because Al-Jabbar, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, is the one who brings the bones back together and undoes this break or this fracture. And so this is the work of Al-Jabbar. And therefore the cast in the Arabic language is called Al-Jabira actually. Because its job is to put the bones in a place so that Al-Jabbar can bring the two bones together. And so this is really the name of Allah, Al-Jabbar, the one who, you know, resolves broken things in our lives, the one who heals broken situations in our lives. So yes, it applies to, you know, a fractured bone or a fractured arm or a leg, but it also applies to broken hearts. And you know, we are living in, you know, every single one of us, we have situations in our lives where, you know, our lives are broken. For some of us, hearts can be broken. Financially, people could be broke. Families, you know, are broken. You know, divorces and marriages can be broken. Sometimes, you know, in the situation of, you know, the unfortunate people like, you know, the Syrian people today, literally their entire life is broken. They have no house, no shelter, nothing, you know, and so therefore they're pretty much, you know, left with nothing. And so Allah is saying, in these times, in moments and situations where you feel that you're broken, that's when you seek Allah's help with the name of Allah, Al-Jabbar. Ya Jabbar, unbreak my situation, fix my situation, heal my broken hearts, heal my broken life. And so this is really the name that we have to really think about when it comes to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And Al-Jabbar means that He is someone who constantly guarantees healing of our broken situations. Guaranteed, constantly. And so we have so many examples of this from the Quran, like the situation where Musa alayhi salam, you know, when he was thrown by his mother in the river, you know, obviously she had a broken heart, but she turned to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala returned Musa alayhi salam back to Musa's mother alayhi salam. And so, you know, these are situations in the Quran. Even in the seerah, there's so many situations where the Prophet ﷺ was broken. Like, you know, the Aam al-Huzn, the year of sadness, where, you know, he lost his beloved wife Khadija and his uncle. And, you know, he went to Ta'if and they, you know, really disrespected him and, you know, threw literally stones and rock at him, made him bleed. And in these situations, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, what did He do to heal him from this broken situation? Where he felt that everything is, you know, not going the way it's supposed to. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala rewarded him with the acceptance of Islam of a boy called Addas, the jinn accepting Islam, and the amazing journey of Al-Isra wal-Mi'raj as a reward for his, you know, test. And so sometimes Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He actually makes us go through these situations where we feel broken. Why? So that we can turn back to Him. You know, especially when someone's going away from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you're going far away from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Sometimes Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala puts you in a situation, in a trial, in a tribulation, so that you can call on to Him and get closer back to Him. Make dua to Him with this beautiful name, Al-Jabbar, and He will undo your, you know, your situation, and He will heal whatever is broken in your life. And so we really need to use this beautiful name when it comes to making dua. Make dua with this beautiful name, Al-Jabbar. And use these names. It is also one of the adabs of making dua. When you make dua, use Allah's AsmaAllah Ul Husna. In whatever situation it is, right? Whatever name applies to that situation, you use it in that way. And so for oppressors also, people of oppression, people of injustice, people who are spreading corruption, it's, in this name, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, you have no right to be Jababira also. You cannot be tyrants. So it's, in a way, it's a warning for oppressors, and it's a healing for the oppressed. It's a healing for the broken. Subhanallah. And so, what are some examples in our lives of situations that are broken? People who are financially broke, literally. Someone who's drowning in debt. Someone who lost his job. Someone whose entire business, fell apart, or someone whose factory or warehouse caught fire and it got completely destroyed. In that moment, this person feels like he's broken. This is the moment where he needs to turn to Al-Jabbar to ask for healing. And Allah is guaranteeing through this name that He will heal him. Another situation where, lives can be broken or situations can be broken is a situation when you lose someone that you love. When someone dies in your family, someone beloved to you, passes away, you literally feel that your heart is broken. And in these times, you turn to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala with this name, Al-Jabbar, to heal your heart. For couples who split, couples who go through divorce, this is the name that you need to use to ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to, make you go through this tough time and get over it and move on with your life. Similarly, when it comes to friends, sometimes friends end up in arguments and fights, and they, don't speak for days, if not weeks, if not months, in some situations, even years. And so when you feel that you're in a situation where friendship is broken, then you need to turn to Al-Jabbar to seek help from Him to make you heal in this situation itself. Another situation where, we feel broken is when someone says nasty things to you. Someone says nasty things to you, they hurt you with their words, they hurt you with, they hurt you emotionally, and you feel emotionally broken. You could not imagine that such words, such evil words came out of this person's mouth to hurt you. And so you literally hurt, like they say, words can be more dangerous than a sword, right? And so in these situations, you ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to heal your heart, because, so many people go through depression and anxiety, and they take pills, and some people turn to alcohol and drugs just to get over these negative emotions where you feel broken inside. And Allah is saying, you don't need all these pills, just ask me and I will make this healing easy for you. I'll make this process easy, super easy for you. Another situation where we can be broken sometimes is in a situation where family is broken, right? A family is broken in terms of children being separated from parents, parents not having that bond with the children, spouse or siblings fighting with one another. You have situations like this where fights over inheritance and whatnot make families broken. And how many of us know uncles and aunts who are not talking to each other for years and years? Why? Because of issues like money or wedding cards and things like that are in our cultures, right? And so in these situations, this is the name that we need to use, the name of Allah, Al-Jabbar. So how do we live by this beautiful name? Number one, you need to start sharing this stuff with people around you. The names of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, again, the series is called KnowAllah. And so through this series, the objective of the series is for us to get to know Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, because really we've been worshipping Him for so many years, but we really don't know who Allah is. And so when you know who Allah is, your love for Allah grows, and your worship and obedience for Allah becomes easy. And then what we need to do is share these meanings and these names of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, especially those around us who we know are broken. People who we know are suffering financially, emotionally, family issues, whatever it is. Remind them of this beautiful name. Be a source of healing for them. And by the way, beware of being a source of breaking other people. That's another danger here. Allah's, through this name, Allah's warning those people who, with their words maybe, there's so many people today who hurt those who are weaker than us with the words. So you actually break people apart. You could break someone's heart by saying nasty things. There's so many situations today where, employers are breaking their employees emotionally, by threatening them to fire them or whatever, or by, shouting at your housemaid and disrespecting them, and by humiliating those who are weaker than you. Never ever be, there's people who, they're involved in hasad and jealousy and backbiting. And so when a couple get married, they gossip and they backbite and they wish that this family gets broken and this marriage gets broken. SubhanAllah. And people turn to weird things like doing magic and sorcery and all that kind of weird stuff. So don't be a source. Don't be someone who likes to see things broken. Don't be someone who likes to see other people broken. How do you expect Allah to, fix your broken situation when you enjoy others being broken? SubhanAllah. So be a source of, healing for others. Whether it's Allah has given you money, if you know someone who's financially broke, help them financially. Make them go through this process easily by helping them financially. If you've been given, a talent of, talking sweetly to someone or nicely and reminding them of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, then use that talent to make someone go through that tough time with patience, and give them optimism and words of positivity and, hope. And so this is really how we need to live by this name. Stop being someone who, breaks other people's hearts, and start being a source of healing for those around you who are broken. And so with that, we conclude this beautiful name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Al-Jabbar. I'll see you next time with another beautiful name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.